Hello and Assalamualaikum to Riza. My name is Batrisyia Husna binti Badrul Hisham, and today I will present to you about the strategy for managing across cultures EPRG model. So, what is EPRG model? EPRG or ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric and geocentric is a model that was developed in 1969 by Howard Promoter and Wynne and Douglas. So, So before we move further, let me show you a video that I already chose from a YouTube. And this video actually explains more about the global staffing of EPRG in human resource. But this video actually explains a little bit about the EPRG in more interesting way, so that's why I chose this video. So let's watch it.
Congratulations, you just graduated, and now you're starting your job search in the international market. Did you know, if you show, write on, or play with your business card during a meeting in Japan, it is seen as disrespectful? However, being invited to join your business partners in a sauna after a meeting means they respect you in Finland. All these cultures have many different traits. The global human resource management of many companies are trying to bridge the gap between cultures to make it a more homogeneous working environment by looking after their employees. Human resource managers go through 3 steps to make sure the company resonates equality. 1. Recruitment. Before you think about where and how you're going to get your dream job, think about the company's recruitment ethics. When taking an ethnocentric approach, companies are looking to place their home country employees into their host country positions. Companies can also take a polycentric view. This is the opposite of ethnocentric, where companies look to directly employ locals. A great mix of both staffing approaches allows companies to use their global human resource management efficiently and helps to bridge and make strong relationships between cultures. This is called geocentric recruitment.
So, what is the purpose of EPRG model? So first, it is to create a framework that can be used for process of business in international part and how the companies will adapt with the orientations of international management. So this EPRG approach are actually applied in the MNC companies until today. Each of the EPRG has different missions to suit the company's organizational purpose. This topic is actually very famous in the international business and also the human resource subject. So let's start with the ethnocentric model. This model actually emphasizes more on the values and interests from parent company that should be used to make the decisions. For the ethnocentric, it is actually one of the methods for international recruitment where the parent company will choose the person who will fill the higher position in the host company. All the mission, vision, and the organizational goals of the company must be based on the parent company that leads them to choose the parent company staff to lead as they are more informed about their company. The host company also must apply the culture of the parent company and all the profits must be expatriated to the parent company. For the advantages and disadvantages of ethnocentric. First, the parent company will have better control of the host company. It is because the parent company already put their own employee in the host company in the higher position. Next, the culture of the parent company will also be applied in the host company. So when the culture of the parent company applied in the host company, it will be easier for the company to understand more on the vision and mission of the parent company. And there will be a smooth communication between parents and host company because they already have their own employees from the parent company to smooth the process of the communication. And this disadvantages for the ethnocentric approach is first, there might be cultural differences between host and the parent company. If the parent company is from Japan and the host company is from Malaysia, so there might be a little bit differences between the culture. So this might lead to the staff from parent company find it challenging to adapt to the host company culture because they already used to their own culture in Japan. And lastly, of course, the expatriates from the parent company to work in the host company will be more expensive. So the next model that I will explain is the polycentric model. This model is actually emphasized in suiting the culture of the country where the host company operates to make the strategic decisions. In this approach, the parent company will be tailored with the host company cultures, which means the host company will apply their own cultures in the company. The host company will choose their own upper management staff to operate the company as they believe that the company can understand more about the cultures of their own country. They will also apply the host company culture in the company and the profits will also remain in the host country. So, these are the advantages and disadvantages of the polycentric approach. First, of course, it is low cost to hire the local staff because the host company will hire the employee in their own country. Next, there will be more career opportunity for the host company. The host company will open more career opportunity to the employee in the host country, and the company will be more productive as they apply their own culture for their company. But there are disadvantages for this model too. There are language barriers between the parent company and the host company because both of them are from different countries, so it might be hard to speak with their own language. And the parent company will also have difficulty to control the host company because the in the host company itself, they only have the upper management position in the host country employee. And next, there will be issue arises between both company because there might be different perspectives of idea. So next is the region-centric model. This model is actually emphasized on the company who makes their interests with their subsidiaries on the regional basis. For this approach, this is where the upper management position is filled with the staff from another country different from the host and parent company that under a region that's similar with the host country. This is where the host company will adapt to the interests of the subsidiaries in their regional basis. The culture also, the culture that will be applied in the company is also based on the regional basis and the profit distribution is also within the region. Next, let's see the advantages and disadvantages of the region-centric approach. First, there might be no issues in the culture as they are in the same region, so the culture might be quite similar. And next, the cost to hire the manager is actually lower as it is between the regional country. For example, in our region, we can hire employee from Thailand or Singapore or Indonesia because the culture between us is actually not much difference, and also there might be there might be high differences between the currency. And the disadvantages is there might be a communication barriers between the employee because if I can give example between Malaysia and Indonesia, Malaysia speak bahasa Melayu properly, but the Indonesia has their own national language that is quite different, but also both of us can understand what we are talking about, and there will be issues of different perspectives also because there are different country interregional countries. So lastly, this is the geocentric model. This model emphasizes on integrating a global approach to the company and apply it in the decision-making process. In this approach, this is where the company will adapt to the global system where they can hire any employers that suits their job scopes and have their own expertise in their field despite their nationality. The company will also grow global with their distribution of profits in a global way. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the geocentric approach. First, they can hire any employee from any country for their expertise. So this is what I like about this geocentric approach because the company who apply the geocentric approach can choose any employee that has the specific expertise. This expertise is actually can give huge benefits to the company if they are selected. If they are selected. So if the employee from any country who wants to apply for the company who apply this geocentric approach, there might be a high chance for them to be selected. But this is the disadvantages of this approach. It is very costly to hire the employee in the global approach because you need to select the employee with the expertise. Of course, there will be a high demand, and there also must be a high control for the employee because when you select the employee from any country, there might be culture differences or the organizational culture might be different. So the company that apply the geocentric approach must supervise the employee very well. So these are the EPRG model that I already explained. From the video, I learned that each company must recognize their own strategic predispositions to make sure the company can run very well. When the company know their own correct strategy, so it will be easier for them to be more successful. And the company also must know the challenges that they will face in each strategy to overcome it. When they know their own challenges, so it will be easier to provide a solution for it. And the company who have the correct strategy can be developed into a greater company in the future. So, as a conclusion, most MNCs must recognize their own strategy to be applied to their own company. And each of the four distinct of strategic predispositions, which are ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric, and also geocentric, have their own respective ways of running the company. By relying on this orientation, the company can be more efficient and develop into a global company. So these are the references that I use for my research. So that's all from me. Thank you.